Hello. All right. So, yes, I'm live now, and I'm gonna start talking. So, I've been thinking about comic books recently. I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and Quentin Tarantino brought up Silver Surfer on the podcast. He brought up Conan the Barbarian on the podcast, and how Conan really hasn't gotten any good movie adaptations. I like the Jason Momoa Conan, but I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. So, kind of got me started thinking about what comic books should be turned into movies that haven't been. The first thing that always jumps to mind is Daredevil Born Again for me. Beyond that, I'm trying to really think of what stood out over the years. Daredevil Born Again is really good, but it's also hard to make a Daredevil Born Again story without having all of the underlying character work done. I think Daredevil season 3 from Netflix probably could have gotten into it, but it never really got addressed. Um, Disney created Disney Plus, and Netflix came kind of redundant in that regard. Um, of course, all of Garth Ennis's Punisher stuff. I'm very surprised that no one has gone back and created a Punisher series that just does straight adaptations of Garth Ennis's Punisher work. I also really like Jason Aaron's Bullseye and Kingpin from Punisher Max too. I would have liked to see that iteration of Kingpin and that iteration of Bullseye brought into the Daredevil world. Actually, I think it would be really great. It's probably more violent and dark and cynical than what people probably want out of a Daredevil story, but um, man, it has so many great moments in it. Jason Aaron really did a great job with that series. I think at the time it was pretty polarizing though because of how violent and how nihilistic it was. Thought it was great though. Um, when it comes to the Punisher though, there's just a lot of great stuff going on there. The Punisher in the hands of Garth Ennis was funny, hyper violent, very poignant, um, subtle in a lot of ways too. Just a very interesting examination of a character from a lot of different angles. Um, and more or less a story that seems to be told with an ending in mind. Seems like it was trying to make a point. And it not only made that point, but created a lot of memorable characters along the way. Barracuda is one that jumps to mind immediately. I'm surprised there's never been any additional work done with the Barracuda character, either in animation or in live action. But Barracuda is just a very interesting, maybe too extreme of a character to be brought to life, but definitely should be considered. Um, I mean, the character even gets his own miniseries at one point too, so he's very interesting. Although it's hard, it's a character that doesn't even really seem right without Garth Ennis. So I don't know. I don't know if Barracuda could work without Garth Ennis. Um, Overall, I think the Punisher is probably the biggest one that comes to mind. I'm going to think about it a little bit and actually hop back on the stream a little bit later. If you guys got any suggestions, let me know. All right, talk to you later on. Bye-bye.